All right, let's move on to Alex's team, Penn State, and James Franklin and his brand new coaching. Well, I guess his brand new coaching staff won't be there yet, but his makeshift coaching staff
Yeah,
after
they'll be there.
losing the offensive coordinator and losing the defensive coordinator, one by James Franklin's doing, one by the defense coordinator was just really, really good and went somewhere else, which props to Manny Diaz. He is an excellent defensive coordinator, and it was awesome to see him at Penn State while he was there. Alec, what are some of your thoughts on Penn State facing Ole Miss?
Yeah, I would have been a little worried about facing Ole Miss's offense with Manny Diaz, Chop Robinson, Johnny Dixon, and maybe Kalen King. Not sure if he's opting out yet, but the other two are definites at this point. But now I think really concerned. I mean, they had 3 receivers go over 700 yards this year. Penn State would have been happy to have one of those guys. They had 3 of them. So, that's a little alarming. I do think Penn State might be able to put up some points in this game. They look. I know Michigan State was really just down at the end of the season, probably wanted to get that game over with. But the way they put their guys in a position to succeed in that game was really nice to see. Drew Allar looked very comfortable, which he didn't at a lot of times throughout this season. He was just back there slinging it. So if they come into this game with that mentality, I think they could put up some points. And, in New Year's 6 games under Franklin before, they've put up 49, 53, 35, and 35. So like they put up points in New Year's 6 games under him before. So I think they could put up some points. For the first time this season, I worry about this defense getting stops. And for them to be 4-point favorites, I'm actually a little surprised. They've only lost as favorites once since 2021, though, and that was the 9 overtime Illinois game. So I give them that. Like, if they're the favorite, they usually get the job done. So Vegas seems to know. So I'm not going to go against that because the trends say it's true. But I am really actually concerned about facing Jackson Dart and his receiving core.
Yeah, I think Jackson Dart is a good quarterback. I don't know if he is like the game changer, top tier guy, but I think he's reliable. I think he makes plays, and he plays within the offense well. And Lane Kiffin can really scheme some stuff up and make things happen for him. So, do I think Jackson Dart is a top 10 quarterback in college football? No, probably not. But do I think he's top 20? Sure. I wouldn't mind having him on my team. I think he'd be better than Kyle McCord was. So.
There it is.
For that.
There it is.
No, I'm just messing around. But anyway, I think that Ole Miss has a really good offense. I think Ole Miss's defense is probably going to continue to struggle. So I think your thought about Penn State putting up some more points in this one is going to come to fruition. And I think it's going to be a big bowl prep for Drew Allar. He started throwing that deep ball a little bit more at the end of the season. Is he going to trust his receivers enough? Is he going to have enough time in the backfield to do that? I think he will. I don't think this Ole Miss defense is anything special, and I think they're going to have an interesting game plan trying to prep for a team that does not have their offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator. So I'm actually going to pick Penn State to win this one 34-31 in a close one. Zach, what are some of your thoughts?
Yeah, as I was looking into this, actually, before I get fun fact, do you guys know who the top 3 teams are in the ESPN FPI ratings?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it Penn State, Michigan, and Ohio State?
It is.
Yeah.
It's Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, 1, 2, 3. A big reason why is the defensive efficiencies. And looking at Ole Miss, I think they're way down I think they were 31 defensive efficiency. And their offensive efficiency isn't as high as I thought it would be. And I think looking at the stats, I agree. I think Dart has been good against okay defenses. Mm-hmm. But if you poke a bit, 10 points against Alabama, 17 points against Georgia, 17 points against Mississippi State, and particularly against Georgia and Mississippi State, I think he threw for like 110 yards and then 91 yards. So good defenses can expose this Rebel offense. And I know, those 2 corners being out, that's definitely not a good thing. But you know what? Penn State's pass rush did a good job against Ohio State without Chop Robinson. Right. I think they have a couple of good pass rushers. I think it's Adisa Isaac is their other pass rusher.
Yeah, he's playing. Them. Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah, and I think Penn State has shown they can score. I think similar to what you guys have said, Penn State has been able to score against lesser defenses, and I think Ole Miss is a lesser defense. And so my other X factor in this game is special teams. I think Daquan Hardy is the punt returner. They have a good kick game. So I think Penn State wins. I've got a closer, lower scoring game. I've got 23-17, but I think Penn State wins and covers.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I could definitely see the defense coming out and playing really well too, even without Manny Diaz. They could have a good scheme put together. The staff that Manny had could do a really good job and really make something happen. So I would not be surprised to see a high scoring game. I would also not be surprised to see a low scoring game. I don't think it's going to be LSU versus Ole Miss though. I don't think
I saw that.
both in the 40s in this one, but who knows? We'll see what happens. It's bowl season, a lot of things.
One note actually, if Penn State wins this game, they'd be the first team to win all 6 New Year's Six bowls, which I did not know.
Really?
But yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, I get Peach Bowl, Rose Bowl. Yeah, I didn't even realize that.
I didn't know that. Someone brought it up a couple weeks ago. I had no idea. Yeah,
I bet it was on Reddit at some point. They
Probably.
tons of fun stats over there. Listen to the Big Ten Huddle. Please do like and subscribe. We appreciate that. If this was your first time listening, we are the Big Ten Huddle. We cover all things Big Ten football and basketball. We have a long episode every Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night, all at 9 o'clock. So come in, check us out, get in the chat, let us know what you're thinking. We would love to have you join us and learn more about the Big Ten.